Guys, welcome back to another video. I'm sick, so I like the flu. So sorry if the audio, sorry if like the my voice is weird. I'm sick, as I just said. Um, so in today's video, we'll be adding two new expansion teams into the league and just seeing which team is going to be more successful. Now, I don't know how long this team's going to be. Could be 20 years, could be 50 years for all I know. But we'll be looking at the team every year, and we'll be looking if they make the playoffs, if their drafts and everything. So, yeah, let's get into it. All right, so I was gonna simulate to um the free agency like where we are today, but I kind of forgot about the draft. So let's take a look. How did these teams draft? Um, Florida had the fifth overall pick. Ramon Salazar. He don't look too bad. He could be good in the future. And they took Eric Fujita, Felipe Collado, Juan Santiago, he might not be too bad. Then Anthony Valentine was kind of their steal. Then the other team, Rhode Island. They took Jeremy Madrigal, a pitcher. Alright. And then apart from that, then really they got Rick Santo, Willie Chavez. It's kind of a mid draft. Was there any like big? Oh well, there was. Milt Meadows, a first baseman. He looks unreal. Alright. Okay. Are these teams both in the AL? They are. Something that they're both. That one would be in the NL, but I kind of forgot. But alright, anyways. See you guys for agency. Alright, so Rhode Island made some trades that I didn't see. So they traded for Kerry Carpenter. Yeah, they must have traded like Mason Miller would have been. Oh, Mason Miller got traded halfway through the season. I kind of forgot that he was on this team. Mason Miller got traded. Lawrence Butler must have got traded. And then there's one other. Oh, Brent Rooker also got traded earlier on in the year. So Kerry Carpenter and Felix Bautista now join the team. I completely forgot what team they were. That they were the A's before. Wow. So they got Felix Bautista and Kerry Carpenter. Kerry Carpenter had a really good year. But yeah, just stuttered up, you guys. No, I don't think anybody. Well, that's kind of climactic. Brent Rooker wins MVP. I don't really think that there was. Well, lovely. All right, so now we have free agency. Now Juan Soto's obviously Tasker Hernandez, who's Tyler O'Neill, Pete Alonso. This is a really good free agency class, at least in game it is. So yeah, sorry. Uh, let's see if this on anybody. All right, so Rhode Island. All right, so Rhode Island is ranked 26. They're still ranked 29. One sec. Sorry. So they didn't make any big signings, but I just want to see. This team looks the exact same. So, yeah, I don't even think that they signed anybody. Alright, and now the Mustangs. Um, they got Brian De La Cruz, one way or another. They got, oh, he was on the team before. Apart from that, don't really look like too much else changed. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm sick, by the way. I don't. That's like a couple days after I recorded the intro because yeah, so I don't really remember everything. Braden Montgomery. Alright, anyways, yeah. I'll see you guys at draft day. Oh, they trade Felix Batista for Rich Jimenez, who had like 94 potential out of the draft. Um, and then two other prospects to the Padres, actually. Also got traded. Um, Jason Dominguez, they got. Where'd Kerry Carpenter go? Went to the Mariners. I didn't see what he got traded for, so I just clicked over it quickly. What did he get traded for? I don't know. We're taking a look at the draft. They the fifth. Alright, so they actually had the first overall pick. They took Josh Benoit. They had a really bad draft. And then we got Rhode Island. Rhode Island, what a draft. They drafted Cy Byers, lefty from Iowa, straight out of high school, 263 overall. And with potential, then they took Albert Russell. Seems like their focus was really pitching. Um, Albert Russell, um, again out of high school, 88 potential. Abraham Samuel, 88 overall, lefty. Is he a lefty too? Oh, he's a righty. Then their center fielder that they took, he could honestly make their team in the next couple of years just to be like their leadoff hitter or like a pinch hit because he's got good speed, like he's really good speed and contact. But then they drafted Rico Herman, who looks meh. Luther Garrett, that's a sick name. Good job. Was there any generational in this one? Oh yes, there was. Juan Guzman, jeez, the generational talent so far has just been kind of crazy. Any other ones? No. That one last year's gonna be a problem in the league. Or we're at the end of year one here. Let's take a look. So the Rockets were the worst team in the AL West. They were bad. And then in the AL Central, Florida was the worst. They're probably the worst team in the league, actually. If we just take a look. Yeah. The National League, the Rockies were worse, and the Reds. So both the teams that got generational talents were bad. They were both worse, actually. But, anyways, did we have any awards? Brent Rooker. Sometimes we're going to regret trading him. Alright. Skeens was reliever, Kate Smith, Ryan Presley, Milt Meadows. Alright. That's not a good. Oh, Braden Montgomery. Gonna win Rookie of the Year for the Florida Mustangs. Alright. Kate Smith, I'm not gonna. He won Reliever of the Year and was really good. So that's an interesting choice. Um, Alright. So I have to make the playoffs. So that's our first full season. Shalon Delirious wasn't great. JJ Bleday was actually really good. Esteury Ruiz did his thing with 55 stolen bases. Christian Scott wasn't bad. Jason Dominguez, whenever he played, he wasn't bad. Ryan Noda was meh. Alright. And how did our friends down in Florida do? Garrett Crochet was unreal. He just didn't. The best I could lose. Robert was meh. Drew Thorpe was. He had a 6-20 record. Jeez. Brian De La Cruz, they signed or traded for. Uh, wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. 127 average, just not great, but Mike Soroka. All right. Um. Yeah. Oh, geez, Scott Henderson had a good year. I didn't even see that earlier. All right, I'm getting sidetracked here. Let's just see how they're doing next season. To hear the draft lottery chart, if I sound different, I got uh, paper net up all the paper in my nose. So. All right, time to see. Will they get good picks? Now, I didn't do this last year because last year wasn't really like just kind of a Mustangs jump to number one, but the Rockets fall down to 7. That's big. Um, they signed. Who did they sign? Maybe they still didn't do much. The offseason. Now, Rhode Island, they signed Luis Renifo to a 3 year, $4.9 million deal. Oh, apart from that, not really any other changes though. So, and they both have money. Like, at least I think that they do. Yeah, like both teams have money. They don't have like a lot, but they have money. Who's taking up all their money? Luis Robert's taking up quite a bit, but ooh, Benintendi. Yeah, time to look at their drafts here. Again, really good draft. Really good draft. Focusing more on pitching out of Rhode Island. Derek Hughes is who they took. Um, bullpen. He looks. Oh no, he's starter. I was thinking about this guy here. He will most likely be in the rotation in the future. He throws really hard. Then they took Richard Ozuna, another lefty pitcher. There's a lot of lefty pitchers. Then they took Jonathan Severino, a bullpen arm, lefty. Yeah, then they took Geraldo Carmona, another starter. Then they finally took a outfielder in Luis Gomez Phelps. They didn't sign Andy Rodriguez and took Art Pollock, another right fielder. So they took pitchers and right fielders. No, Florida's. They had the first overall pick. It does look like he's gonna be very good. All right. Dan Hodge. He's injured though, so that affects something. But 75 overall out of the draft is actually really good. Um, 90 potential. Still fastball, two seam slider. Then Craig Smoke for their bullpen with Howard Farmer, Julio Chavez. Oh, that extra pick. Jason Gill was their other like decent pick. So yeah, was there any? If there's three in a row, I'd be kind of crazy because usually there's never. See, it's ran 5 2 in a row. So yeah, there's all right. All right, so we're at the end of the season now. Ooh, that feels good. I got some like nose spray. But anyways, I can actually talk now. So the Rockets better than last year, I think, but still not great. And then the Mustangs, pretty big improvement. They didn't lose 100 games this year. For that, pretty big improvement. So yeah, let's take a look at Rhode Island. Shea Langeliers, good year. Luke Sharnifo, he was meh. Judge Blue, had a good year. Jason Dominguez had a good year. They're just like they just need to sign some big names. Like, cause like right now they really don't look all that bad. Like they're not good, but like they look like if they just sign like 2 or 3 people, they could win like over 80 games next year. Now let's take a look at Florida. Garrett Kirsch had another. Well, he was like 8-3. He was like 8-3 at one point. So kind of Luis Robert was good. Drew Thorpe was really good. Brian de la Cruz. So Florida, both teams are just kind of mad. David Fry, that's something. Carson Dean, okay. Freddie Peralta, reliever Lucas Erceg. We had Prelander Barora, and then Charlie. Ooh, Juan Guzman. This guy was the talent. He didn't win it. He only had 37. How many times? He only played 57 games, and he had 12 homers and 37 RBIs. Charlie Conn played a whole season, and he almost had. And he was. I can't speak. If he would have played a whole year, and he would have. He would have. Oh, I can't talk. But I'm gonna be in like one of those like stuttering compilations. Um. So yeah. All right. She's gonna be at 54 homers. About 34. All right. Obviously the playoffs. So yeah. So you guys probably start next season. Or we're at the geez, the Rockies were bad this year. We're at the draft lottery. I don't know if the Mustangs are gonna get lucky again. Hopefully, they get lucky again. Now they're kind of unlucky this offseason. They get lucky again. They're the number one pick, but then that means that the Rockets they only fall down one. Um, Padres move up six. Jeez. All right. All right. So the Mustangs ranked 28th. They're actually ranked 25th. So they're slowly going up. We'll start with them first. They signed Chris Bubik. Bubich. I don't really know how to say that. They also signed Chris Sale. All right. 80 overall. They get anybody else? Jake Rogers. Maybe their DH. He'll be the. So they actually signed a decent amount of people. Here's this rich. Yeah. What is his potential? Yeah, that is 94. So, all right. Now let's take a look at the Mustangs. They're still ranked 28th. They lost Garrett Crochet, but they signed Brandon Lau. They're looking. I was trying to find a positive. He had a decent year last year. Did this get anybody else? I've seen for a while, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, nah. Um, yeah. So the Mustangs aren't looking great. But they have the number one overall pick for the second year in a row. So maybe they can do something with that. So the Rockets trade Chris Bubik, or Bubich, I don't know how you say it. He's having a really good year for Jose Perez and Matthew Lugo. They also traded JJ Bleday, I'm pretty sure. Brenton Doyle. Um, yeah. Interesting. Let's just take a look. Oh, Greg Perez, 97 overall pitcher. They're going to have really good pitching in the future. It's just going to be their hitting might not be great. And then they also took Julio Iglesias. And the rest of their draft was meh. How did the Mustangs do? They got a generational catcher. That is good. That is terrific news. Adolfo Castanda out of the Dominican Republic. All right. What if they were rolling him up? They also got Ken Wolf, a starter. Peter McCabe, Ken Yang. He could be decent. I said switch hitter for a second. And they got Philip Cabrera. That is big. Was there another one in this draft? It happens very rarely, but there could be. There is. Oh, they just took the wrong one. Kurt Pate. He is a 5-tool player. If like it looks right here like he's a 5-tool player. Got amazing speed, amazing fielding. Well, not good fielding, good contact, good power. Mm, They just took the wrong one. But catcher's gonna be a difficult position, so all right, I'm not angry with that at all. All right, we're at the end of the season here, and Florida was bad. They're 47 and 115. They're somebody that were worse in the league this year. And the Rockets, they were 68 and 94. Not the worst. But yeah, Drew Thorpe, he wasn't great, wasn't bad. Brandon Lau was actually pretty good. Luis Robert wasn't, he was meh. Ron Marinaccio, I never know how to say his name. Marinaccio, Marinaccio, Marinaccio. I don't know. He wasn't bad. Colson Montgomery, rookie. I don't know. It's not his rookie season actually. Um, yeah. Oh, they're different. Jace Young. Right now, Rhode Island. They had somebody. Jay Longley was really good. He was Silver Slugger. Alright. Luis Shanifa wasn't bad. Christian Scott was meh. Tyler Soderstrom wasn't bad. Mitch Spence was okay. Esther Ruiz, he's only there to steal bases pretty much. Max Schumann was good. He was good. Carson Bench, rookie, he wasn't meh. Actually, he was alright. Alright, now, Rich. You said Rich pitch a couple games and he was bad. Don't lie. They don't look like they're that bad. Um, no. Or Stewart on crazy. I'm waiting for that Cincinnati Reds first baseman to pop up here. That's why I keep checking. Because I want to see how his career goes, actually. Skeens wasn't bad. McClanahan, Gunnar Henderson. Wow. Kerry Carpenter was up there, 'cause of course he was. Xavier Edwards. Helps Kerry Carpenter up there for the batting title. He never gets high averages. Feels like. Smith went to his second. Yuki Matsui, alright. Rookie of the Year, Jordan Beck. And Johnny Abar. Again. Alright. Christian Scott, that's not a gold club. Gonna make the playoffs, so yeah. We're at the draft lottery. The Mustangs are projected to get the number one overall pick. They were the worst team by 11 games. 12 games, not 11. So, they're gonna get it for the third year in a row. Oh, they're gonna fall down to 7. That's rough. From 1 to 7. And the Rockets stay at 5. Giants move up to 1. Or we'll have to start next season. Rhode Island only got worse. They gotta start doing something eventually. They got Akil Badu. He's really gonna make a difference in their team. They got Thomas Brown. I don't know. He's been on their team, I guess. Willie. He's been on their team also. All right, the Mustangs. They get anybody new? Don't look like it. He's gonna be there. I don't know. He was here last year, but he was actually a decent year last year. Jason Churio. All right. Well, um, yeah, they got to do something eventually. Eventually, it'll be good. We're gonna simulate until they'll eventually be good. We're not gonna stop simulating until they're eventually good. And even after that, we're still gonna keep simulating. But like, they eventually have to be good. Look at these picks. They got Johnny Stevenson, the Mustangs. He doesn't look the worst. He actually looks like he could be decent. But they took Alden Santos with their 7th overall pick. He's good. He's decent against righties. Not good. He could be a potential first baseman for them. They got Rolando Blanco, pitcher. All right. Ooh, that's a tough draft. Not even above an 80 potential. What is it with Fred Ricks? What is it with the generational talents? What year are we in right now? We're 5 years in. I think we've had 5, potentially 6, almost with Jared Beach. Potentially 6. All right, bye. Yeah, that's why I stopped seeing it a little late. But actually, they weren't the worst team. The Rangers. It's interesting. The Rangers were worse than them for the first time ever. And the Mustangs, they had the same record this year. All right. Let's see. Oh, I gotta go in this now. Shannon Angelis was really good. Um, Oh, are you kidding me? Luis Rengifo, Max Schumann wasn't great. Mitch Spence was meh. Carson Bench he could be a decent player for them in the future, but Rich Jimenez, he wasn't that bad. Christian Scott was not the worst ever. Tyler Soderstrom only batted 198. The 88 games he played. Akil Baddoo, who was bad. Everybody. Clark Elliott was actually good this year. Estieri, how do you do? He had 33 stolen bases. That's the only reason we have him. He had 14 bombs, though. That's career high, yeah. All right. How did... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. All right, here they are. Drew Thorpe. He was not... he was all right. Brandon Lau he had 42 homers. Oh boy, Luis Garcia. Oh, they got Luis Garcia. They signed him, and I just missed it. Or did he play? He played 37 games, and he 37 games, 5 homers, while batting 298. That ain't bad. He had 841 OPS. Could be good in the future. All right. Did anybody win like any awards? Oh, whoops. MVP goes to Jordan. Brent Rooker was in second. Shane McClanahan. All right. Jackson Merrill wins it. Signing was a Sean Manaea, and McClanahan was amazing this year. Batting title went to David Fry and Victor Robles. A reliever. It seems like any time that somebody leaves our team, they just become amazing. Rookie of the year is Chase Burns. Not even really. All right. Hank Aaron goes to Jordan. All right. Yeah. I don't know. All right. This is the craziest free agency class. Oh my god. If they don't sign at least somebody that's over, there's like 60 players that's over an 85. If they don't at least sign somebody, I'm gonna be like, look at the very bottom, it's 80 overalls. Usually it's like 60s. This might be the best free agency class I've ever seen. Jeez. Alright, we're at the draft. They're ranked 5th and 6th. So, let's see. They both go down 1. Alright. How do you guys think that this offseason went? So they lost Shea Modulators. They must have traded Luis Rengifo. And then, if they're not much better, they got Brandon Lau back, and they signed James Outman. So that's better. They also got Ryan Weathers. They actually didn't even have a bad offseason. But Rhode Island deserves everything that's about to come to them. There was so many good players, and I was looking through. They didn't. Rhode Island didn't even offer a contract. I'm pretty sure Florida offered a contract to Acuna. Actually, it's like this is getting bad. Hard to watch even. So they're just like they're pretty much only upgrading their team by the draft at this point. Alrighty, let's take a look on how the draft was. Good. They got Guillermo Gomez. Alright, he looks good. Not really a strikeout pitcher, I'll tell you that. And then they took Barry Ponson. He's not gonna be very good. Jamie Sanchez, a closer, took Luis Ramirez, 85 potential starter. He could be decent. And then Aaron Regan, he also could be decent. And then we had, oh no, I didn't go that way. They drafted Mario Torres. Rhode Island's gonna be bad for a while. Is there any generational in this one? No, but this was a very good draft class. Yeah. All right. Um. Okay. Bad. Well, I'm not happy, but they finished 75 and 87. Compared to what has been happening, that's not bad. Drew Thorpe was meh. Adolfo Castanda, he was good. Well, he wasn't great, but he wasn't bad. Like, Colson Montgomery was good. Ryan Weathers was, he's a reliever. Meh. Dan Hodge wasn't great. J.C. Young was good. Craig Smoke was meh. Gabriel Arias was actually pretty decent. Um, all right, let's take a look at the couple good players on here. Rich Jimenez. I mean Jimenez, not what I said. Why did I just call him Rich Jimenez? Jimenez. He was sort of gonna leave actually. Tyler Soderstrom, he was good this year. Max Schumann was good. Jacob Wilson was good. Well, man, Cole Young was kind of bad. Carson Benj was kind of bad also. Clark Elliott wasn't bad. All right, Tommy White. Tommy White was like, if he had 5 homers in 11 games, he'd get this guy on the squad. Jeez. Right, if we do not sign anybody here, look at this free agency. This is even better than the last one. Like, if we don't sign, there's so many good pitchers. If we don't, I don't know. Or with the draft line, really the only thing we're looking at here is the Rockets. Are they going to move up or down here? Hopefully up, but they just signed. I'm not gonna lie. Everything stays the same. All right. I'm not gonna lie. They just signed somebody big. So the Rockets are now ranked 27th. All right. I don't know what it is with the Mustangs, but they will just not sign anybody in free agency. I don't know if they even got like. They signed Jake Fraley, I'm assuming, for 1 year contract. Like, did they? Uh, Pedro Leon. They signed Samuel's been on the team. Solo has also been on the team apparently, but they're in 28th. The Rockets were in 27th. Signed Paul Skeens. Now, he signed with them on like the second day. I didn't really see how big the contract was. So this should be. They also signed Connor Norby and Stone Garrett. So they signed a big. Did they sign anybody else? Jeremy Madrigal. No, he's been on their team. Lee. They signed Lucan Baker, first baseman. Kyle Isbell. They signed. So they're looking better. I didn't see how much did they offer. 40 million for at least 9 years. I'm pretty sure it was 400 million. So 10-year deal. Hopefully you can make them better. Great deal, Florida. Amazing deal. All right, let's take a look at this. The draft, it wasn't great, but they got Pedro Velasquez, who wasn't too bad. And then the Rockets didn't have a great one. They got Bob Garden and Rocky Rudy. Was there one in this draft? A generational talent, Raymond Toya. Mm, I do not believe that there was. No. All right. So Rangers are a winning team right now. So yeah, that's always good. I don't know if I just seen this right. Rhode Island has made the playoffs. Paul Skeens didn't even really carry that much. Um, well, he had 3.76. He only had 192 strikeouts this year. He had a 14-13 record. Rich was not good. Jeremy was alright. Derek was actually good. Connor Norby was good. Max Schumann was good. Cole Young was meh. Jacob Wilson was meh. Well, I see only 200 pounds. He only had 13. Carson Benj, who for some reason is playing a triple A, get him to the playoff roster. Cy Byers, drafted this guy really recently. He was good. Clark Elliott was good. I don't necessarily think Stone Gary kind of fell off. Did they not sign somebody else? I don't think that's too good. Well, yeah, so they actually don't even have that bad of a rotation. Now, if you look at the standings here, they were 85 and 77. And then the Mustangs were 68 and 94. So, yeah. But if you look at the awards here, nobody was up there. Milt Meadows, this is going to be where he starts to, I don't know, something tells me. I didn't even look at the other team stats yet. 1 second. Nick Lodolo and Ryan Pepiot. Bobby Wood Jr. Alright, we'll look at that in a second. Labor, Sean Haley, Doug Romero, and then Marco Guevara. Albert Russell was up there. I don't know how he won it over Albert Russell or Connor Humphrey. And then Fred Ricks, Jonathan India, Bobby Wood Jr. Alright. Adolfo Castanda, what a season. He was good. Drew Thorpe was actually really good this season. Dan Hodge was iffy. Close Montgomery was. Ryan Mothers was bad. He's kind of he must have started some games. Really? He had 116 innings. But we could honestly move him to a starter. He's got 74 stamina. I might do that right now. Because they don't have the greatest station here, and he would help that out. They have a two-way player who's like an actual. They drafted a two-way player, Reggie Crawford. I didn't even see that. He was like really bad this year. Wow. All right. Well, yeah, we're gonna turn. Ooh, but then their bullpen's not that bad. So we're gonna turn him into a starter. Where did he go? What's his name again? How many overalls did he drop? I heard what his name was. Ryan. Oh, he's up to 93. Ryan Mothers. I didn't realize he'd go up that much. All right. Well, they have a new ace. All right. Well, what are they playing? Ooh, all right. Game one. Gonna win. Game one. Game two. Ooh, lose. All right. I think you can quick manage. All right. We're gonna have Jeremiah pitching this game. All right. Oh, 2-0. We're taking out Jeremy. Put in Douglas.
Now pitching, Allen Douglas.
Lock it in. Damn it. All right. Well, that's still big though. We made the playoffs for the first time, and I was expecting to make playoffs in like 2026. It's 2030, but that's still big compared to what's been happening. Going in the next season, uh, Browns ranked 21st. They're still ranked 27th, but they signed Cole Keith, and that was their only like big signing. Did they get anybody else? Joseph Ortiz. He won't. He shouldn't be too bad of a pickup. Um, they had this guy. I don't know. I guess they had that guy. They got Tommy Edman. What's his contract looking like? Not too bad of a deal. Brett Wisely. All right, so they actually signed quite a bit of people. Now the Mustangs. They got Zach Gella back. Oh no, he was on Rhode Island, so he's kind of switching sides here. um, Apart from that, I think that's all they did. Reggie, I want to see how this guy's career turns out. Because I feel bad, I might put him up to A potential just because he's a really good fielder. He's actually a pretty good hitter. Mm. The Mustangs get Robert Hassel III for Brooks Baldwin and Buck Figueroa. See, I like that deal. I really like that deal. And with the number one overall pick, they selected Thurman Nicholas, another catcher. He's 85 overall. His contact pretty much only. Then they took Jason Connolly, a closer. It's a mid draft. Then they had the 20th, and they took Sidney Estrada, also a catcher. And then they had a kind of, well, they took Buster Mota. Was there? No, oh, of course there was Ken Weiss. Why would there not be? And of course, knowing Florida's draft history, then why would they take him? No, they like drafted a generational talent, but whatever. So Rhode Island made the playoffs again, but it has simulated a little bit. So they're 83 and 79, but the Mustangs were only 74 and 80, which for them is not that bad. So let's look at the awards here. MVP Milt Meadows on the Tigers, so he's already going to a different team. I wonder if this guy's gonna break any records. Like he's 7 years into his career, and he's already at 248 homers. Maybe, probably not. And then Fred Ricks. That's gonna say Fredericks. It almost sounds like he's saying Fredericks, but he's saying Fred Ricks. And Juan Guzman was right behind him. CJ Abrams. That's interesting. Okay. Skeens wins Cy Young. Yeah, he was unreal. Believer. Mm, all right. Not much to look there. Let's take a look. So Skeens was really good. Rich was really good also. Derek Hughes was good. Our pitching staff was really good this year. Cole Keith. Because Cole Keith's our best hitter. Well, Rhode Island's best hitter. How did Adolfo do? Adolfo did. He had a good season, but not as good last year. He had more doubles and triples. Oh, he's not very fast. What was his WAR difference? Yeah, we had 6.8 last year. Still an all-star. Ryan Mothers was good. Dan Hodge was good. Drew Thorpe was good. Robert Hassel was whatever he played for us. He was pretty bad. Well, yeah, 220 average. George was meh. Zach Geloff was actually kind of good. So they have a good future. Now Rhode Island actually beat Cleveland. They swept them in the wild card. So they're playing Boston. Um, lose game one. Lose game two. Oh, actually won a game. Oh my goodness. Oh, that McClanahan. Oh. Oh my lolly lord. I don't really like the damn McClanahan, but
Let's play ball.
we scored.
He's safe.
They scored two. We scored. Alright, Derek Hughes, you're just coming. Oh, actually, kind of pitching a gem. We'll leave you in. Screw it. We're on to the 10th. Oh my. Alright, we gotta take you out.
Now
Then
pitching.
Russell. We beat
Outfielder.
Boston. And
Russell.
now we are going on to the ALCS. Could you imagine? Alright, well, now we're playing Toronto. Skiing's starting game one. We're gonna lose either way. Game two, we're gonna win. Game three, lose. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're up. We are going to the World Series. Could you imagine if the what is our record? 83 and 79. Rhode Island beat. All right, what does this lineup look like? I feel like they've just been kind of sneakily been stacking it up, and oh my, yeah. Um. Oh, they took Jason Dominguez from Rhode Island. Good to know. All right, well, good while it lasted. Skeens game one. Lose game 1-0. We're gonna lose game two. Lose game three. We're gonna win game four. Win game five. Oh, give me a little bit of hope. What a year, though. Rhode Island makes it to the World Series. If they just had like a little bit better offense, there is a chance we could have won it there. So their main goal should probably be to sign some people in free agency. Are they gonna probably sign like three new pitchers? Probably, but um, it's their decision, not mine. Now just take a look at this man right here, Juan Guzman. Should I intervene and offer him? Who's this guy? Benji Walter. Should we offer him a contract? Rhode Island is getting to be a good team now. They're still really bad here. You know what? I'm making a rule. Since they don't want to sign anybody, I'm allowed to sign one person every free agency, starting now. You already know who we're going to offer a contract to. Damn it. Alright, so I actually take back that rule on what I said. Now, if they're ranked. Ooh, alright, no, the teams are actually starting. Now, if they sign Noel V. Marte for 14.4 for like 5 years, but they traded Ryan Weathers, which might not be that bad of a deal because their pitching is starting to come out alright. They traded for this guy, Brian Finney, which his potential is 94. So I think that was honestly a pretty good trade. But they're ranked 23rd right now. They're actually ranked 10th. Now I couldn't get Guzman. No, I just want to see who they sign on their own. I'm actually gonna take back that rule because I kind of signed Ronnie Mauricio. He's playing on like every team. Because then that doesn't really like it doesn't really. They signed Tyler Estrada. I feel like How many years? 1 year. I was gonna say if it's anything more than 2 years, that's a bad deal. I don't know how I fade this guy. A long time, apparently. Alright, yeah, let's get into this next season. Alright, time to look at how their drafts went. So they took Era Freitas, the 29th pick. Then they also took Thomas Anderson, and then they got Freddie Montgomery down here. I think the 5th pick, they took Walker Fortune. He's 85 overall to the draft. Well, they got a guy who's immediately going to be an impact, but he's going to suck after this first season because his potential is 82, so it's just going to drop. Jeez, 85 of the draft. Was there a, a talent of the generational scene? There's been so many. Jared Barton. How many is that? That's like, there's been like 10. Jared Barton. Alright. Alright, at the end of this season. Oh my, the Rockets were. Alright. So the Mustangs were 77 85, so it's not great. The Rockets. Oh, the Rockets came first. Surprised me there. The Rockets were 90 and 72. If you take a look at the awards, but right here. Adolfo Castanda, what a season. 40 bombs. 287 average. 114 RBIs. He was really good this year. Noel V. Marte was good. Dan Hodge was mid. Drew Thorpe was good. He's been kind of like a have a good year, have a bad year kind of guy. This whole time. Robert Hassel was meh. George Senior. How do I say that? Leo Guevara was meh. Ooh, look at this guy. Philip Yamaguchi. Zach Geloff was actually really good. Gyro or I don't know, Iriart, Iriarte. Let's call him that. Coleman Law, that's kind of a sick name. I know he's been in it, but actually I can really. What about their twit player? They still have him? Did they trade him? Is he like just a first baseman now? Oh, they must have traded. Or was that on the other team? On this team. Jeez, their pitching is good. Their pitching is so good, but their offense is so mid. Skeens was really good. Rich was good. Derek Hughes was Derek Hughes was amazing. He pitched 240 innings and had a 196 ERA. I like that. Jeremy Madrigal, Cy Byers. Their pitching's their pitching is really good. It's just their offenses. Like Cole Keith's our best player. It's not a pitcher. Alex Ramirez was good, but like over here, Juan Guzman. Fucking you sign with those always for an 11-year deal too. Oh no, we're never gonna get those guys. Let's trade for him. Here's Kurt Pate. How's he doing? Not as good as I thought he would be. And Tom Joy. Alright. Derek Husman's. Why was he up here? He had a 4.48 ERA. And he had 185 strikeouts. What? Derek Hughes was unreal this year. Oliver Spencer wins batting title. And Juan Guzman. Julio and Terry. It is second in a row. Raymond Kwan. That's kind of a sick name. And then Brian Bove. Hank Aaron's gonna go to Spence. Alright. So we're actually the first seed. We're sort of facing off against Houston. First game, we're gonna win 14-2. Second game, we're gonna win. We're gonna sweep Houston. Right now we're facing Boston, the LCS rematch. Clan and Skeens. We're gonna win the first game. We're gonna lose the second. Lose third. We're down 3-1. We're gonna win that one. Oh, 4-2 loss. That sucks. So we get eliminated the LCS. Still 2 really good years though. What just happened? They got fleeced. The Tigers got fleeced. Is it that easy to trade for him? Like, team is it? Marlins. Like, it's that easy to like they offered up an old washed up guy. I'm gonna try to do this with Rockets. An old washed up guy. Like, we don't need all these pitchers, I'm not gonna lie. Like Abraham Samuel. Look at him like Richard Ozuna. And then like you? Well, that's not enough. You just like go up in value every time. No. So I don't know. Rodon's ranked first. So they should have a catcher and a shortstop, but they signed Charlie Condon. Who else? I don't know. Did they get signed Xavier Isaac? So Rocky, he's been on their team. I really want to trade for a generational talent. Like, just get them one in their system. What if I allow them to do one trade a year? And I like make the trade. Who would that generational talent go to? Like, do something. Just so the Tigers are so bad now. He went to the. Let's look at the top prospects here. You're telling me I can do this 1-for-1 Stone Garrett for Jared Burton? What? I mean, I'm taking it. I'm doing it. Like, I don't even care if it's not. Like, I'm doing it. Like, I don't even care if it's not the C. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care. That's confusing.